Right guys, it's results today, 15th of August 2019, take 2. I'm feeling calm. I think God's done it for me. I'm hopeful. The UCAS track is open. It says welcome to track. I'm going to click it. I'm going to log in now. Oh my god! I got this! Oh, God is so good. God is so good.
You consult her now. You know how to do this. Consult her.
I want to pick it up. Wait, let me just make sure.
May you consult her?
Look at.
Yeah, you got it.
Hello?
Yes.
I got into UCL. I got into UCL. I don't know yet. I've been trying to call you. You ain't answering. Mom, God is so good. God is so good. It's actually open now. I'm actually a bit scared because I don't know. So I went through a lot. I'm going to university. So there was no Cambridge, there was no UCL. So what we doing now? But you know what, at the end of the day, I was like, you know, I'm still alive. Like, let yourself have that moment and then boss up. Get your money, get your shmoney. It was an experience. But the fact that I even made that far in the whole process, we give glory to God. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel.
Long time no see.
If you're new here, my name is Blessing and I make lifestyle videos relate to kind of like things happening in my life. I kind of just vlog my life, make videos about things happening that are relevant to a lot of young people, and kind of just to show people that no matter what kind of circumstances you face, you can sort of overcome boundaries and you can still do
Great things.
But as many of you guys will know, I have been gone for over a year from YouTube. I took a hiatus. I said I was going to post in my last video, but I didn't. But if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat, you'll know why I've been gone, and I'll briefly explain it in this video. So I asked some requests on my Instagram a while ago, like quite a few months ago, and someone said how to deal with unanticipated changes in life direction, and I thought that was a great request because that's basically what I had to do last year. Now, without further ado, I'm just going to get into the video and just tell you what I've been up to and what's coming next. I'm back on YouTube like properly now and I'm so excited. A lot of you may be wondering,
Cambridge, what happened there? Did you go to Cambridge in the end? You know, like, what happened?
The answer is no, I did not go to Cambridge. I got an offer, as many of you will know.
That's fine. But anyone can take it out. Anyone can take it out.
I felt major pressure because of that offer. I had imposter syndrome. I liked Cambridge, I liked the course, but at the same time, I don't know, it didn't feel right. But I visited Cambridge and UCL, which is my insurance choice, and I really loved UCL. But obviously, like, if you get an offer from Cambridge, I don't know how you can decline it. Like, I actually considered declining it, but I felt ungrateful first of all, and also it's such a big deal. Like, why would you decline Cambridge? Like, do you know what I mean? But that's for another day. So yeah, I did find Cambridge, but there were some mishaps in my exams. You know, one of them I didn't get the right amount of time I was meant to get. Another one of them I had some flare-ups with like my type 1 diabetes. Like, my blood sugars dropped so crazily low, but like for me, I actually keep going because if I leave, I'll lose my train of thought. But it was crazy. That was just happening for a few of my exams. Like, my diabetes and my blood sugars were going insane, and it was just like high, low. It was just a mess, a whole mess. And in one of them, like I said, I didn't get the time I was allowed, like allocated in the exam. I narrowly missed my grades to get into Cambridge. I got AAB, so I didn't get into Cambridge, and I didn't get into UCL. And I was 4 marks off the A, and I also think I was undermarked in English. Now, I was meant to get English remarked. I was told to get English remarked as well. So I brought the paper back and everything, and then my English teacher said she'd look at it, and then she said she wasn't allowed to, but she was. And I really regret not getting it remarked because I was looking at like the way the marker wrote on it, and they just looked a little passive aggressive, like something had gone wrong that day and they were taking it out on me. And I was just like, but at that point I just didn't really know what to do anymore. I hadn't really necessarily anticipated that, because I obviously said in my last video that anything could go wrong, and to be honest, I did feel that way, but I just felt like it would go right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just hoping, but it didn't. But that was cool. I didn't get the remark in English, but I got the remark in history. Nothing changed.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
So there was no Cambridge, there was no UCL. So what we doing now? Like, I genuinely still feel like I should have went up. Like, I feel like I was played, but that's okay. I had been like, yeah, you know, I'll just get the A and I'll end up in UCL. That didn't happen. So this was last year results day, 2018. After that, I was told by my teachers, like various senior members of staff, that you can come back to do history lessons and then do whatever in your free time, like when you're not in lessons.
Cool, great.
We need to move on, though. That ain't no problem. Huh?
Just resit history. Like, I decided to resit history. I thought about it for a while. I got a provisional place at Surrey, which is where one of the places where I originally applied. That space was ready. I had accommodation, you know, it was cool. But then I was like, no, if I want to go to university, I want to go to university that I genuinely really want to go to. And for me, that was UCL. So I was like, you know, flip it. I'm just going to risk it and just resit it again. I did. So I believed that I'd be able to come back to school to do the lessons and then do whatever in my spare time. Like, I'd planned to learn how to drive and things like that. That was cool. I was told that I could do that. And I was told I have to come back the following week from when school began. Now I'm back the following week when school began, and I get told, no, you can't do it because you haven't got the provision for it. I was told that the
Government like gives them a certain amount of money and this and the other, and you can't really let me in.
I personally felt like I had like a unique case in terms of this is what happened, you know. I was kind of like, you know, just kind of helped me out. But essentially it's because that, well, he tried to also use the fact that they're meant to help with progression, because I'd actually got quite good grades, like AAB is great. I couldn't come back. So I had been told I could, and I had been told I couldn't. I was like, oh, okay, I've started to resit, but now I can't actually come back. So at this point, I'd said, sorry, I don't want your place anymore, let me go. So I was like, cool, what do I do now?
What the hell we gonna do now?
But I just kind of spoke to God about it. I was like, yeah, pit for purpose. Kind of relating my story back to Joseph in the Bible. A lot of you guys might not be religious, but I am, and this is genuinely how I feel, so I'm going to say it. I was relating my story back to Joseph in the Bible and how he had his destiny, stars and moon bow down to him in his dream, that kind of thing. And then his brother sold him off after putting him in a pit. And the idea for me, it's like, okay, we had all these big dreams, we had all these, you know, great things happening, Cambridge, all this, that, and the other, you know, and then you're in this pit, you don't get the grades you need to get in. And you don't get them for UCL either, so what are you doing? Come out this pit now. I'm going back to my school and they're saying no. But I then end up getting offered a job to work as a teaching assistant in a secondary school.
I never expected it.
Now, if you know me, you may know that I'm into teaching, something that interests me potentially, if not media. So it's a great opportunity. I was 18 at the time, I'm now 19. My first ever job, a teaching assistant with literally no qualifications whatsoever, like in terms of teaching. Only ever like volunteered like primary schools and things like that. So it was like, you know, why not? Why I'll just do it whilst I study independently, because, you know, why not make some money basically?
Everybody say yeah.
What I was basically planning to do was study, work, because I don't have so much time, so I might as well work, or otherwise I'm gonna like lose my mind. Basically, hopefully get the grades to reapply, and then reapply to UCL, which is what I did. So I worked from 9 to 3, and I could like study after, and that seems okay, but some days I'd work till 4, like meetings and things like that, or 4:30, sometimes 5, and also I'd have for exams and things like that after school and before school, so it was really hard.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
And I personally wasn't actually allowed to work, like study during work, which makes sense, obviously you're working, you're getting paid for that, but when they didn't need me for anything and I had nothing to do, I would have to find something to do, and it was really hard, because it was like, everyone else is in lessons, like normal, they can study in their study periods, they will have that time, but I'll never have that time. It was really, really tough. I would often do studying at lunchtime, so I was barely in the staff room, like, ever. Barely. I had to do something. That was my time to study, that was my time to actually get some stuff done. I was meant to be there till like July, end of year, but they were like, you can't take time off for your exams, and I had to just basically be selfish. Like, I would have came in, tried to do parts of days, mornings here, afternoons there, to try and kind of help them as much as I could, but at the end of the day I had exams. That was the reason why I was here. But they were like, you know, like, we need you during this time, so it's either you work during like your exams or you go. And I was like, I have to go. Gone through quite a bit already at that time, and it was like, I have to do this, because at the end of the day, the reason why I'm still here is because I want to go to UCL. I need to do well on these exams, so I'm gonna go, kind of thing. So I left the job in early May, or mid-May, I'll say. and then just basically did my exams. You know, I started my exams end of May. After May, I had my more exams in June. Mid-June, I was done with exams. Brilliant. I had applied for another job for the summer, but I was on the waiting list. So roll forward to early July. Obviously it's my birthday. I was 19. Woo, good times. After that, I get called on the 16th of July saying, can I come to work the next day? And it's like a residential type thing, so I had to pack and do all sorts of stuff. It was a lot, but I finished that job early-ish / mid-August, and then the following week was results day. So the job that I did was kind of like a summer camp type thing. My actual teaching job as well was working with year 7s to year 11s and also doing literacy intervention. I was mainly in English classes as well and doing my literacy interventions, so that if anyone wants to know more about that, just let me know. I'll do a video all about it or answer questions, whatever you want me to do. Just fast forward to results day, 2019 now. I get my results. For me, I felt kind of similar to how I felt in 2018, which is very, very calm.
You need to relax your nerves.
My GCSE and my AS results day, I was nervous as hell. But for, well, both A levels, 2018 and 19, I was calm. But it was slightly different because 2018 I was calm, but I had felt like I actually got what I needed, possibly, or possibly not by a slight amount.
If it's not A, it's going to be B.
Which was what happened. But I felt calm. I honestly believe that that was God making me feel calm, telling me that, hey, whatever happened, I've got you type thing. I'm telling you, the calmness that I felt was like, it was out of, it was supernatural kind of calmness. It was weird. And I remember crying. It was like 1 a.m. or something. I was crying because I was like, I felt so grateful and I felt so happy. It was really, really weird. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know why I was crying. I was crying. And then, yeah, when I got my results, at first I thought it hadn't updated. I'll show you a clip, like here, or the clip. Oh, okay, I'm not going in here. Damn, I'm doing mine. So essentially, I had thought that my results hadn't updated, but they had. But Cambridge hadn't actually responded, so it looked like it hadn't updated. But underneath it said UCL, you haven't met the conditions, so UCL haven't accepted you, something like that. So then I knew, yeah, I haven't got the grades. So then I had to wait for my school open at a stupid time, basically, let's just say that, to give us our results. So I went there, got my results, found out I got A, B, like I said before, B in history, 4 marks off the A. Unfortunate, but you know, that's what happens. Obviously, I got the B marks like I told you guys. You know, tried to clock Cambridge, I was in some pool, didn't make it to the next step. That's okay.
It's okay, it's okay!
I just felt like I'd let people down. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, I'd worked really, really hard. I had gone through a lot of stuff, my exams, so many things happened. But you know what, at the end of the day, I was like, you know, I'm still alive.
You know, don't want.
And actually, Cambridge for me really wasn't a big deal, just because I hadn't dreamt of it my entire life. There's people out there who, when they're young, they're like, Cambridge, I want to go to Cambridge, I want to go to Oxford, and they work really hard and they get there, or they work really hard and they don't. Literally for me, it was a last minute decision. I swear to God, it was a last minute decision. Like literally, start of the year, like ish, I was like, you know what, let me apply. And literally the deadline for applying is the following month. So, you know, the fact that I even made that far in the whole process, we give glory to God, honestly. But I genuinely did feel like an imposter. I know people feel like that, but I genuinely, I feel like I was. I don't know what they're looking for, but I guess it just goes to show that they aren't looking for a fixed kind of person. If they gave me an offer, I feel like anyone can get an offer. So if anyone's watching who wants to go there, definitely apply. But like I said, like, it wasn't a big deal for me because it wasn't what I had dreamt of, and I hadn't really had my heart fixed on it. So when I didn't get it, yeah, it hurt a bit, but it hurt more so that I didn't get the grades rather than I didn't get Cambridge. But that's just how I felt. But then compared to 2019, I was really calm.
Do I look like I can? Because I don't.
And in 2018, I felt it coming, like that I wouldn't get in the end, just before I checked, and I knew it, and it was there, you know. But in 2019, I actually felt that I would have made it in, and then when I checked track, that, you know, I got in, and I cried so much, and it's because I'd worked so hard. I had been so worried because I went through quite a lot during exams. Like, it was an experience. They knew about what had happened, and they basically let me in. So what happened was I finally got in to UCL on track, cried a lot, told my mum and some of my family. I go into school now with my friend. She got into her family choice uni as well. This is a friend from work as well. We got to school now.
Yeah, I knew that. B. I got the same grade as last year.
Exactly, 151. But I got in, so I'm happy. And I'm not shocked, but at the same time I am shocked because even though I got the same grade, I felt like I'd do even worse. I felt like I'd done worse and I'd gone through so much. So to actually get the B again and a high B at that, I was actually shocked in a good way. Coincidentally enough, I got exactly the same mark as last year. I'm not getting a remark, I don't even know what marks were on each paper. Essentially for me what it felt like was like God saying, I've shown you that I've got you, this is what you needed to go through, because now I've had a great experience, I've got to know myself better, I've had to work independently and it will help me at uni. I just become much happier, much freer, I think. And I wasn't even sure about university in the first place. Like I was like, do I really want to go? The fact that I was able to do all of this and have this experience, you know, I wouldn't have changed it for the world. You know, it was a similar outcome, but I've gained so much and I'm so happy. And I still got into university, the university I wanted to go to. Everything happens for a reason, kind of thing, like pit for purpose. I was in a pit. It was almost embarrassing. I didn't feel embarrassed, but I know that people probably, you know, say whatever they said, you know, behind like my back and things like that. Obviously people will talk about it, you know, it just is something to talk about.
You know what you are? EP, aka enemy of progress.
But at the same time, I generally didn't feel embarrassed. Like for me, it was like, I can tell from my story, Cambridge experience, applying to Cambridge, applying to Oxbridge, because I've been through that, so I can help people with that. But also I've been through an experience where I didn't get the desired outcomes. So when people don't get the desired outcome that they want from A-level results, still similar things, I can help them with that. Gap year experience, retaking, I can help people with that, and I've been helping people with that this year. If you know me, I love helping people, so the fact that I'm able to use my experiences to help people, I feel like is part of the purpose. And also kind of seeing God's work in my life and seeing that actually, even though you've had all these things, you've had all these setbacks, like, and there have been many, trust me, like working already and having to teach yourself is already a lot, but everything else on top of it, it was like, you know, I just had to get the result I want in the end, and I did. And for me, my result was to go to UCL. That's all I wanted, to go to UCL. I didn't care how it happened. As long as I was there studying English, I was happy, and that's what has happened. I'm really happy, I'm really thankful, and this is just to basically tell you guys that in life, you'll plan. I think planning is a great thing because it shows that you are looking forward to the future and that you care and that you're expectant and you're hopeful, which is a brilliant thing. But also remembering that sometimes your plans just don't work out, and that's okay. And you can be upset for a second or for a minute or for a day or however long it takes, but just know that after a while you'll get over it, or you'll get through it, and you'll just move on. Like, let yourself have that moment and then boss up. I've had my moment, I've been sad, you know, I didn't get into Cambridge, I didn't get into UCL. People had told me all of this, that and the other, promised me all these things, didn't get them. That's okay. Now it's time to work, get your money, get your shmoney, and move forward and hopefully get your grades. I didn't get the grade I needed, but I got into the university I wanted to go to, and that's what I needed. Like, overall, my big goal was to go to UCL, and am I doing that? Yes, I am.
I worked for it and I got it.
In some cases, you won't go to where you want to go. You know, you might end up somewhere else completely different, but I feel like you are where you're meant to be. And I just want to say, if on results day you didn't get what you wanted, be it GCSE or A-level, AS, whatever, just remember that, hey, you're still alive. Yeah, I didn't go where you wanted it to go, but there's other opportunities for you to boss up and you to get what you want out of life. Period! There's never really only one way. If I had got into Cambridge or I had got into UCL the first time, I wouldn't have got this experience as a teaching assistant, which was amazing. I loved it so much. It taught me so much about people and myself and the world, and it was just so brilliant hearing young children give their opinions on news and them actually being engaged and fascinated, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world. It was brilliant. Like, I can't, getting that experience at 18 as a first job, getting paid
quite a bit.
I want it, I got it.
It's something that makes me feel like it was meant to be, kind of thing. If you're hurting about grades or university or anything like that, just know that you are where you're meant to be. I hope this video helped someone. I hope you found it interesting, engaging, useful. After this video, I'm going back to my normal videos. Well, not going back to my normal videos, tell a lie. I'm going to university, as you can see.
I'm real happy, as you can see.
And I'm literally, like, this time next month when I'm filming, I'll be at university. It'll be literally a day since I've moved into my accommodation, which is insane. But what I do plan to do is to vlog, hopefully. I'm hoping to vlog like little, what I'm taking with me to university, room tours, things like that. If you're interested in that, thumbs up and let me know what you guys want to see below. It can be related to uni or not, but like I said in my last video when I thought I was going to uni, I've got a series coming up called UNI'D This Tea. Made it myself.
I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that?
I'm gonna pay so much to go, especially in London, so I might as well vlog it, you know, for memories, and also kind of like just let you guys know what it's about, because when I search up UCL vloggers or uni vloggers, there's barely any of them. Most of them are like all Midlands, a couple Oxbridge vloggers here and there, you know, Durham, things like that. I know Culture Talk, they're like a UCL podcast, but other than that there is no one. So we need someone, and that someone hopefully will be me, to just kind of help you guys, just let you guys basically know what is good, what is up, what is the true tea, just take you guys along with me. And I'm just excited for what the future has in store. I'll see you guys in my next video, and stay cool, stay you, and stay beautiful. Goodbye.